we are going to be interested in having the exterior superior line of the thigh exactly perpendicular to your ribs. That is the exterior superior line of the thigh forward. You see what I mean? I can't. Yes, that's it. So you've got it. So now we need to make sure, and that I am not, is that the exterior line of the foot is parallel to it. I have the impression that the exterior line of the foot, yes, is not exactly parallel. Because if it was exactly parallel, we have this expression toe in. Oh yes, by the way, before we do that, there is something I want you to practice just a second. Imagine that you have a cord that is attached to your throat and that the cord is falling down on the floor. Okay? That cord will separate your torso in two exact same parts. One for the left, one for the right. We call it the median line. Yes? And so the median line is exactly in the center of your torso and falls down on the floor. So if you were to move, that median line would trace on the floor what I call a median line. Okay? And so when we walk, there is something very interesting, is to have two orders. One is I pull the big toe toward the median line, and the other is I pull the interior of the heel away from the median line. How much do we pull the toe in, and how much do we pull the interior of the heel away? Well, we pull them enough so that the exterior line of the foot appears always parallel to forward. I want you to walk just a second applying these rules. So you imagine a median line. So your throat is in fact creating a line that you can think about, and you think, okay, I want the big toe to go toward that line without ever being on the line. We want the toe to go toward the line, but not be on the line. Yes? Because if the toe is on the line, then it's impossible to have the same width between the exterior of the heels and the exterior of the knees and the exterior of the pelvis. So, just before we do that with the chair, could you walk back and forth with the idea of having the toe toward the median line and pulling the interior of the knee away from the median line? Yes?
Yes.
Okay, go. I want to see this. Yes, it's not habitual to you.
No.
I want you to do it without dropping the chin down.
Okay.
So you have to think it, but not see it. Yes. Once more, let me see. I want to see something. Yes, I've seen what I wanted to see. So, okay, now that you've got that, I must tell you something. When you walk like this, do you know that you're pulling the tip of the elbows back in space? Why do you do that? Is that to make me angry?
No.
No, it's not. Okay.
It must be habitual.
Sorry?
It's habitual.
Ah, it's habitual.
When I changed the feet, the rest went back.
Yes, but there is something similar in pulling the tip of the elbow away from one another and pulling the interior of the heel away from the median line. So now I want for you to walk again back and forth with the two ideas together. Tip of the elbow away from one another, and also the interior of the heel away from the median line, big toe toward the median line. Can you show me?
Yes.
And without dropping the chin down. Okay. So yes. Okay, that will be the second. The second part of the lesson will be about this. You will see, but because when you walk like this, it's okay. Everything is as asked. But there is a new movement that appears that we do not want. So the second part of the lesson is to make you inhibit the movement I see that is superfluous, that is too much. Yes? But first of all, I want you to go, now that you've got the idea, if you really walk that way toward the chair and set your foot will be already placed normally. You understand? Okay, so now go behind the chair and set one foot on the chair, according to the same rules. Yes. When you watch the video, Matthew, I want you to notice something. Because with the new orders, when you lifted the leg, you didn't go completely above the supporting foot. You stayed fairly centered. I want you to understand the difference. The first time when you lifted the leg, your whole torso went to the side in order for the knee to be lifted.
Oh.
This time, without you thinking about it, it appears that your support was so much better that when you lifted the foot, instead of going completely to the side, well, you stayed fairly centered. It looked as if you wanted to stay centered. But I know that you have no idea of being centered or not, because you didn't know that the first time you lifted the knee, you went off the side. So really look at the video, because this will give you an incentive to walk in this crazy way. Okay, so now, the foot is exactly placed the way we want. The exterior line of the foot is parallel to the exterior line of the thigh, and the exterior line of the thighs is perpendicular to your ribs. So we say it's forward. So now I want you to bend so that you can place the palm against the side of your ankle. On the side of your ankle, you will find a bone. There is a, yes, that protuberance. And when, yes, that's it. So you have your palm on this, and I want you to have the thumb on the instep. Yes. Okay, so you're holding. So now, there is an instruction I use, are already given to you, which is I pull the instep away from the big toe. First of all, you need to see the direction from big toe to instep. And that direction is not back, it's a diagonal, it's an oblique line. It's an oblique line going, well, when it's going back, it's widening at the back. Do you agree with that? Do you understand what I mean? Yes, widening at the back, closing at the front, widening at the back. Well, fine. So we've got this line. So the first thing is to think, okay, I am going to pull my thumb back on this line. But what I want you to do, I want to change the line slightly by pushing your palm against the side of the ankle, so that in fact you're not going to have the exterior of the foot touching the chair. But we don't want the interior of the heel to move. We want only the ankle to move more toward the median line. Do you understand? If you push, you will be able to push the ankle toward the median line. And your foot is not going to be set the same way on the chair. The outside of the foot is going to be lifted off the chair. You're going to press more on the inside of the interior of the heel and the big toe than the outside. Well, it's, yes, that's it. Yes, you understood it. Okay, so now, it's not only that, but at the same time, I want you imagine you have a screwdriver and a screw, and the screw is the ankle. And I want you, as you're pushing toward the median line, I want also you to screw the ankle backward, so that your thumb goes back. You know? So show me the movement. Yes, but you're not screwing. So turn your hand so that yes, turn it, but by holding. If you hold the ankle, you will see that your ankle is going to follow the movement. Yes, I know it looks like torture. I want your thumb to go back in space. The only way is to screw the ankle. Okay. I want you to go and get a ruler, please. A small one. Okay. I want you to hold the ruler in your hand, and I want the ruler to be facing down. Yes, but I want you to hold it in your palm. Can you no, I will explain. Oh yes, yes, you were right. That is fine. That is fine. So you could push the ruler toward the median line. Show me how you push the ruler toward the median line. No. When it was you were holding the ruler vertical like this, and I just want you to push the ruler toward the median line. That's it. So you did that with the ankle. Fine. Now I want you to screw the ruler by turning your thumb backward. Yes? No. Hold it. It's just that you move your hand. You move your hand and the ruler is going to turn. Yes, the ruler is turning, isn't it? So yeah. I call that to screw. Imagine that you have a screwdriver. It would be possible to screw that way. It's not very elegant, but it's the idea. Okay?
Okay.
Now, instead of the ruler, I want you to hold the end of the leg, which is the ankle, in fact. You hold it. You push toward the median line, and as you push, you screw. Or you have to turn your hand to screw, so that your thumb is going back. It's not clear, this. No. Okay, we are going to do it in a different way. Place the ruler on the chair, please, so that you have both hands. Okay, but now I want you to direct your hands with the thumb up and the finger forward. Both hands. Yes? Now I want you to, in fact, encompass the leg with the two hands. Yes? And lower. That's it. Here. Now I want you to hold the leg between the fingers that are forward and the thumb. And the thumb should be back now. Could you place the thumb backward so that you're... Yes, that's it. Now I want you to screw the leg. Make it turn. Yes, make it turn. Like a screw. That's it. Yes, that's the screw. Okay, you understand now. Okay, fine. So there are two movements. There is one movement toward the median line, and that one movement that makes it turn. Okay?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so this has an impact on the way the foot is on the floor. Instead of having the little toe on the floor, if you push the ankle further in and pull the instep away from the big toe, what will happen is that the exterior of the foot is not going to touch floor. Can you do it now without using your hands? Yes, that's it. Okay, now you know how to do it. Then the second thing is that you will see that when you do that, your knee go in the same direction. But you've already found that it was possible for you to unscrew the knee when you screw the ankle. You're doing it at the moment. Well, it's very easy for you, this, apparently. Well, it's very strange because most of my students have no problem understanding the first move to screw the ankle, but then they can't understand how to unscrew the knee. But for you, it's amazing because you have no problem unscrewing the knee after screwing the ankle, which is absolutely the reverse. So now, what I want you to do to stand in front of the chair and to screw both knees, to screw both insteps and to unscrew both knees at the same time. Do you understand? Yes, but stand in front of the chair because behind the chair I will see nothing. Yes. So you stand in front of the chair and show me, okay, you screw and you unscrew the knees after that. Yes. Is that awful?
Yes.
Yes, but you don't know everything. Because now I want you to sit down. But let's see if you can sit down while screwing the ankle and unscrewing the knee. Okay? Okay. Now, in order to stand without going forward with the throat and ribs, I want you to first bring the throat on the vertical of the instep by lifting the sacrum line away from the heels. And when you're ready, I don't want you to stand yet. I want you to screw the ankles and to unscrew the knees. So when you're very far forward, instead of going toward the lift, I want you to screw the instep and to unscrew the knee. And then only when that is done, I want you to, in fact, pull the ankle and pull the iliac away from the front of the knee and back in space. Okay? Let's show me. Oh, no, without the hands on the knees. It's better if the hands are, yes, like this. So. And you press on the heels. Yes. Did you see how easy it was to lift?
Yes.
As if there was a mechanical force you didn't have before.
Yes, that's much easier.
Yeah. So you need to, don't tell people about this because they will think you're crazy, but you need to experience that. You can strengthen in fact there are two extensors of the ankle that most people are not using, because most of the time they unscrew the ankle and they screw the knee. We do exactly the opposite. We screw the ankle and we unscrew the knee. And suddenly you get a push that is, well, that is fantastic. Well, every time I want to jump. So it's something that will give you great strength. So practice. Okay, that was the good part of the lesson. Now, the bad part. So the bad part of the lesson has nothing to do with this. So for this lesson, I will need you, I think it will be better if you set the chair facing this way, facing the camera, because at the moment it's better if the chair is in the correct position. And for this lesson, we are going to work facing the camera. Okay? So I want you to sit down. And also I need to know something, because I'm sure you told me you were a musician, but I can't remember the instrument. You play cello?
Yes.
Oh, you play cello. Well, what we are doing is going to be a great help for cello, but it's awful. So, but it's always the same thing, is that the more awful the lesson, the better the gain. Okay, so we are going to use tools, so I don't remember if we explain them, so I will quickly explain them. When you look at your palm of your hand, yes? When you look at the palm of your hand, there are lines that makes the joint between the palm and the finger. So there is one, it's the one for the thumb. No, not this one. Look at your thumb and look at the difference between the thumb and the palm, and you will see that there is a line on the thumb, and you can find the middle of it. Yes, the middle of it. So this is called base of the palm. Okay? Okay, base of the palm. The same thing for the little finger. There is a line that separates the little finger from the palm, and you can find the center of it, and you've got base of little finger. Okay? Then there is a last thing. The last thing, if you present your hand with the finger pointing forward and the thumb pointing up. Can you present your hand with the finger pointing forward and the thumb pointing up, please? Yes. Yes, that's it. Well, I'm interested on the top of the index finger. I'm interested in that line. Can you trace the line of the top of the finger with your other index? Yes, that line. Okay? I will call it finger line. Okay, finger line. So, let's imagine we have a lion. When you touch a lion, you're quite careful, because lion, they eat people. So you don't want to wake the lion. For the moment, you want just the lion to be nice and cool, and you're going to brush it. So in order to brush the lion, here is how it goes. I want you to find the median line. You remember the median line? I want you to set the index line on your median line. Oh no, oh yes, this is not clear. I will explain. Remember your throat? Your throat is, imagine that there is a line falling from your throat and you want to place the index finger. Yes, so now your hand, I want your hand to be flat because you're not going to brush on the lion skin like this. Yes, you're going to brush like this. And for the moment, I would like the index line to be on the median line. Yes, that's more like it. Yes, that's it. Okay, now I want the base of the thumb and the base of the little finger to be on the same height. Yeah, okay. Very strangely, your thumb is pointing up at the moment. Why is that? Oh yes, there was too much energy in the thumb. Don't make too much energy in the thumb. So now, in fact, the lion is about your tip of the elbow height. At the moment your hand is higher, I want your hand to be the index line to be on the elbow height. It's slightly lower. That's it, you've got it. Okay. That's the first thing. So the first game, I want you to brush the lion. So at the moment you are brushing with the right hand. I want you to brush, but I want you to keep the index line parallel to forward. From the median line to, well, about the same distance away from your tip of the elbow. At the moment, your tip of the elbow, it has some distance from your median line. I want to calculate that distance, and I want to reproduce that distance exactly the same, just on the lateral side, so that you're going to brush the line. Yes, brush the lion, and the index stays your index is moving at the, yes, you have to keep your index parallel all the time. Yes, and you double the distance and go away. Yes, okay. You have to always monitor because your thumb is going away. Okay, there is something else that happens. Okay, could you come back to median line? I will explain. There is something you need to change. First of all, what is great, what is not happening is great. At the moment, what is great is that your throat has not moved. Many students, when they start this game and they start to have the index line going away from the median line, their throat goes with it. Your throat didn't go. Fantastic. But what happened is quite interesting, is that the more you went away from the median line, the more your right upper part of the arm went back. We don't want this. Okay? We want you, at the moment, already, what I see on camera is that your right upper part of the arm is behind your throat and is behind the upper part of the left arm. Could you make both upper part of the arm on the same line? Yes, and more. Yes, and more. That's it. Both are on the same line now. Okay. The game is, I want you to keep the upper part of the right arm forward as you brush away from the median line. And the index finger stays. Yes. Go on, it's okay. Make the move. Okay? And come back. Well, it was sufficient for the left upper part of the arm to go forward. So we want you, as you move the right hand, to move the right upper part of the arm as well, so that the right upper part of the arm does not go back, but stays forward. Okay? This time, can you do the game, the brushing, without following with your chin? You can follow with the eyes if you want, but not the chin. Do you understand? Okay. Okay, brush. Yes, and come back. That's it. Okay. Don't let the thumb go down. Keep the thumb. You remember we said the height of the base of the thumb and the height of the base of little finger. So now I want you to do the same game, and be careful that your hand is not reaching higher than your elbow. Yes, okay? Now, I want you to do the same game, but this time I want you to pull the base of the little finger away from the base of the thumb. Do you understand that instruction?
Like this?
Pulling the base, yes, pulling the base of little finger away from the base of the thumb.
Yes.
Yes, so that, look, can you see the screen? I can have the base of the thumb and the base of the little finger very close together, or I can expand. But as I expand, I keep the index line exactly parallel to forward. Okay? So I don't want a hand like this. I want a hand that goes like that. Okay? So now that you've got it, you expand. I pull the base of little finger away from the base of the thumb, and now you can brush. No, not without your chin. Without your chin. Okay, for the eyes, you can move the eyes if you want, but not the chin. And away, and away, and away, and away. That's nice. Your index is going. So, for your index will go if you stop pulling the base of the thumb away from the tip of the elbow. So you see, you have got the tip of the elbow, you've got the base of the thumb, and you want to pull, you want to pull the base of the thumb away from the tip of the elbow. And as you do that, you continue to pull the thumb away from the tip of the elbow, you continue to pull base of the little finger away from base of the thumb, and you come back to the center line. Yes. At the moment, what appears on screen, as I have the impression that your knuckles are raising.
Yes.
They shouldn't be raising. Yes, expand. That's it, expand. That's better. Okay. So, that was easy. Now for the difficult part. I want you to let the left arm fall on the side. Okay? Because this time, you're going to, in fact, cross the middle line. You're going to do exactly the same thing, but instead of going and opening the front, you're going to close the front. You're going to pull the hand on the opposite side. Do you understand?
I guess.
You are going to brush the other way.
Okay.
Okay? You're allowed to move with your eyes. You're not allowed to move with your chin.
All right.
Okay? So see how far you can brush on the opposite direction. That's nice. Okay, come back. So, there is something you need to change. Is that when you brushed against the middle line, this time, I could see your throat move to the side.
Oh.
Okay? So, I want you to pull the throat away from the base of the thigh on a vertical. So that when you brush and cross the middle line, you don't want your throat to follow. Okay? So it's the same thing. I pull the base of the thumb away from the tip of the elbow. I pull the index line parallel to forward. I pull little finger, the base of little finger away from base of the thumb and go. But this time you don't let the throat move. That's nice. That's nice. Okay. Now, you will notice that when you do this, your right upper part of the arm gets higher and higher and higher, and in comparison, your throat goes down. At the moment, for example, your right upper part of the arm is twice as high as your left upper part of the arm. So, there is something else we need to add now to make it better. You're going to pull the tip of the elbow away from the throat. which means that we are already pulling the throat away from the base of the thigh. Yes, and you pull the tip of the elbow away from the throat, and we pull the base of the thumb away from the tip of the elbow, and we pull the base of little finger away from base of the thumb. Okay? This time, I want you to continue to pull the upper part of the right arm forward. Be careful, it's going back at the moment. Pull the upper part of the ass forward and forward, but forward and down, because we want to go with tip of the elbow away from the throat. It means goes down. Okay, I want you to brush first of all out laterally as you did in the first place, and then to brush and cross the middle line. So first you brush to the right, and then you finish by brushing to the left. Yes, maximum. Let me see. I'm going to watch your throat. I'm going to watch your upper part of the arm. That's it. An index finger, yes, and brush the other way, and yes, that's nice. So you will see there is a little movement of the throat in the direction of the left when your hand is going to the left. You need to change that. You need absolutely to maintain what Alexander called the primary movement. The primary movement is the movement of the torso. You need to be able to move fast, one side to the other side, keeping the directions with the so base of the thumb away from tip of the elbow. Well, I should start from the start. It's in fact the throat away from base of the thigh, so that I do not collapse. Yes, I do not go toward one side or the other side with my throat. Then the second one, I pull the tip of the elbow away from the throat. Okay? The third, I pull the base of the thumb away from the tip of the elbow. And I pull base of little finger away from base of the thumb. And then when you've got that, be very careful that nothing happens so that one shoulder should move forward or one shoulder should move back. Both shoulders stay forward. And when you make the movement, you need to see if your upper part of the arm moves higher or not. It should not move higher. Okay? Now that you have understood all this, I want you to show me the full movement with the left hand. Well, when you play this game, it's better if the other hand is resting on the side. Yes. I know you don't call it rest, but I do. Okay? Don't let the chin follow. You have the eyes, you can have the eyes, but not the chin. Okay, so I repeat the instructions. The first one is, of course, I pull the throat away from the base of the thigh. The second is I pull the tip of the elbow away from the throat. The third is I pull the base of the thumb away from the tip of the elbow. And the fourth is I pull the little finger away from the base of the thumb in such a way that the index line stays forward. And so I'm going to watch your throat and your upper part of the arm only. You take care of the hand, I take care of the top of the torso. That's very nice. That's very nice. So that's the string hand, isn't it?
Yes.
Your string hand is better than your bow hand.
Yes.
Is it correct?
Yes.
Ah, yes. So you really need to work on the right one. Well, you see. So this is just to show you how you can work. Now I want you to place both finger line together. Yes, that's it. Okay. So it would be better if it was the best one on top. Yes. Okay. So I want you to show me now. It's more difficult. So take your time. Now it's no point following with the chin because you're going to go apart. So you can't have your chin. No. You have to go apart first.
Oh,
Yeah, you see, as you did before, apart, and you think, okay, how can I follow the two movements? And on top, I need to continue to expand because now your left index is going out when we want you to, in fact, completely control the movement of the wrist, because as you move your fingers apart, your wrist has to stay open, have to open more and more and more and more. Yes, that's it. And now can you go so what I would like you to do is I would like you now to expand the tip of the elbow away from the throat, so that instead of keeping the tip of the elbow close to your chest, I want you to expand also, so that your tip of the elbows are going toward the sides, away from one another. Yes, but you have to compensate to keep the index finger pointing forward. Yes, and expand, expand, expand. Expand your arms, and move the hands away. Yes, expand your arms and keep the tip of. Yes, you see, it's quite a job, this. Okay, and so while you're there, stay out. I want you to think about, in fact, pulling the iliac away from the front of the knee and bringing your upper part of the arm slightly forward, so that the top of the torso is going forward. The throat is going forward toward the ribs, but the ribs are not moving forward. The ribs are moving back. And yes, that's it. And be careful, because your right hand is falling. I mean, it's falling. The fingers are not directed. It's the tip base of little finger is going down. We don't want that. That's it. Okay, now that you've got this, I want you to come toward the start position. Start position was left index line above, yes. And now I want you to cross. Be careful, your right index finger is you're not pulling the base of the thumb enough. That's it. Okay, stop a second. Now what I want you to do, I want you to pull the tip of the elbow away from the throat. Let me explain this one. How could you pull the tip of the elbow? Because the tip of the elbow are very close together. They tend to, in fact, narrow the shoulder. How could you here find a way to expand the shoulder distance? Yes, expand the shoulder distance. And now I want you to pull as much as you can the throat away from the base of the thighs. Try to reach higher with your throat. No, higher than your shoulders. Yes, higher than your shoulders. That's it. Be careful, your fingers are falling. Yes, okay. And so that's nice. Fantastic. Now it's fine. You can come back to the starting position. Okay. So you will need to follow the video point by point. Okay? In order to, I think that will change the way you use your hands when you play. So it means a little bit of adaptation first. It's going to be, so don't play this. Don't start play this if you have a big concert or something. But if you're fine, if you can change something, do play with that. Because already you will find, watching the video, that your width, the distance between your toe upper part of the arm, has already increased. Yes, so there is this, so that you're widening your back much more. And as you are finished now, it's very clear that your upper part of the arms are forward of your throat instead of being behind your throat. When the upper part of the arm are forward of the throat, the top of the back widens. So you have widened the top of the back, but at the same time, you have lifted the throat above the upper part of the arm. So it's widening and lengthening. Okay? So sometime we play this in front of a wall, so that the wall will set a limit for the fingers, so that we are sure that when we move the hand is not going back and forth. We want at first to get a very strict movement where the hand follow what we say like a rail. Yes? So
Yes.
at first you play with, I asked you to play with base of the thumb and base of little finger on the same height as tip of the elbow. But as you get better with this, it's very important that you play with tip of the elbow higher than base of the thumb, base of the little finger.
Okay.
So that there will be an extension of the wrist. If you play the same height, you get that. And if you get with the base of the thumb, base of little finger, you will get a extension of the wrist. It's better to play with an extension of the wrist. Okay? Do you play piano?
Yes.
Ah.
Yes.
Well, this is something I give to every piano player, so that they stop moving their chin, because you can't move your chin to both sides of the keyboard. First of all, yes, you can't. Otherwise, your head gets splits, and it's very bad. Okay, and it's very, very, very important to play this, because it will give you much more precision when you are going to play either very low or very high notes. Yes, and you're going to be able to, cross without. At the moment, I'm making a very, very strong movement like this. And what you're looking at the throat. You want to see if the throat moves. And the second thing you want to see is, are the shoulders going higher? And what you want to see is that when I go toward one direction like this, is my shoulder going back? Which are all problems of placement, because if you start going round, what you see is that in fact people not only do they turn, but they have to go forward for their hand to reach. Because if you turn like this, your hand is going back. Yes, so it's very important to be able to make movement like this and control absolutely the torso, the upper part of the arm, and the throat height relative to the upper part of the arm. Okay? And what it has given you also is something that I look at very often, so it's interesting that you know. I use a ruler, and I set the ruler on the side of the shoulder like this, and it gives you an incline. So we want the incline to be steeper. What it means is that if the muscles that relate the shoulder blade and the head are short, it means that the neck is never free. Freedom comes with length. So the idea is to play with maximum length all the time, so that you can watch. You can use, for example, a ruler with tape, tape, and you see when you play, what is the ruler doing? Is the ruler going up or not? Most of the time we don't need rulers. We just know. We look at it and we think, okay, if my throat is going down, the ruler is going up. Okay, so that you get a very good view, because after that for cello it's exactly the same. We will get the same problem.
Yes.
We will always get the same problem. So it's not solely for piano player. It's going to be being able to keep the torso organized all the way. There is no reason when you play that the torso should get disorganized. And by disorganized, what I mean is going one side, going the other way, turning one way, turning the other, and also having the throat and the upper part of the arm being completely disconnected.
Right.
Okay, so this is it's a very strong thing, and sometimes if you want to suffer a bit more, there is something very simple that you can do. So it's exactly the same principle. You get, well, let's start with the right index finger. So you set the right index finger on the exterior superior line of the left thigh.
The interior?
No, superior exterior line of the thigh. You remember to get we set a ruler on the side of the pelvis and we set a ruler on the side of the knee.
Yes.
And yes, so place it there and now go back. Go back with your go back. I mean go backward so that you're on the and place it on the thigh. Yes, that's it. And you make sure that the index is directed exactly forward because at the moment it's not. In order for it to be exactly directed forward, you need to pull the base of the thumb away from the tip of the elbow. Because you see, I see your index finger. It's not pointing forward. Yes, you want it to point forward. That's it. Okay, now you do the same thing on the opposite leg with the left index finger and you cross. That's it. Okay, when you've got that, now we measure the height of the tip of the elbows. And I see, of course, that the left tip of the elbow is slightly higher because it's on top and you want to make it same height. Yes, and then we continue. We think, okay, the idea is to pull the base of the thigh away from the front of the knee so that the ribs are going back, but at the same time, I am pulling the throat forward and up above the ribs, and I'm pulling the tip of the elbow away from the throat, and I'm pulling the base of the thumb away from the tip of the elbow, and I'm pulling the base of the little finger away from the base of the thumb. Okay? So you should practice this, but you can let the hand rest. Yes, you can let the hand rest. Okay?
Okay.
And you will try and widen the upper part of the arm so that they in fact roll on the side of the rib cage and lower. That's it. Fantastic. So when you see the video, you will understand why I ask you to do this. Because it gives you completely a new shape. Yes? I think you should pull the throat slightly higher. Yeah. Fantastic. Okay, now could you screw the ankle and unscrew the knee? So at first we do the screwing of the ankle first and the unscrewing of the knee later. And then you're going to practice in order to do both at the same time. Okay? And now, show me how you stand. Be careful, pull the tip of you have to pull the tip of the left elbow more, because otherwise your left upper part of the arm is higher. Yes, that's it. Fantastic. Did it help or not?
It helps.
It helped, huh? Yeah. Of course it helped. The reason why is that as you did this, you needed to have the back widen. It's impossible to do this without widening the back a lot more than you do normally. So of course it helped. Yes? And so just for a moment, let's think about this and just could you walk thinking, okay, I've got a median line that is falling from my throat on the floor and I'm going to have the big toe toward the median line and I'm going to have the interior of the heel away from the median line and just walk. I just want to see how you walk now. Yes, there is a slight difficulty and it's as you walk, can you think of the sacrum line? Can you think of pulling the sacrum line away from the heels?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, okay, that's it. Yes, well, yes, oh yes, it's very different. You will see the difference. When you're walking, it's very strange because you've got great flexibility in the upper part of the arm when you're sitting. But when you're walking, your shoulder fall, you know, the shoulder line has gone twice as up as it was when you were sitting. When you were sitting, the fall here was very great. And when you walk, why is it that you become nearly straight when it's square?
I don't know.
Okay, it means that your throat is not moving as high when you walk. Yes, So instead of walking with the idea of placing the feet on the floor, I would like you to walk with the idea of lifting the throat and bringing it forward. So the throat first, and the legs have to comply. They have to follow. Legs are following. Yes, that's it. That's better. Okay. Do you like silly games?
Sure.
Okay, let's play a silly game. I want you to stand in front of the sofa. That's fine. Okay. So don't look down. There is an obstacle. There is a ruler on the floor. Yeah, no, you look down. I said don't look down. I said, do you like silly games? You said yes, and I said don't look down, and you look down. It's impossible to make a silly game if you don't follow rules. Okay, so there is a ruler on the floor, but what I want you to do, I want you to make, well, I don't know, can you make 4 steps forward without, is there enough space for you to make 4 steps forward? Okay.
Yes.
I want you to make 4 steps forward, but that's not the game. Well, of course, you are not allowed to walk on the ruler. You follow? What the game is to make 4 steps back. Okay? You're not allowed to touch the ruler with your feet. And I want you to close your eyes. But the rule is you must obligatorily connect with the sofa with your legs. The 4 steps back must be in a way greater than the 4 steps forward. Do you understand?
Yes.
You are to use everything you know, because my insurance doesn't cover silly games.
Okay.
Okay? So close your eyes, make 4 steps forward, 4 steps back. Remember how to place your feet. Remember the game we did with the tip of the elbow, the base of the thumb, the base of little finger. How I wanted you to raise the throat forward and the tip of the elbows not back. Yes, forward too. That's it. When you're ready, 4 steps forward and 4 greater steps back. You're not allowed to touch the ruler.
Okay. 1, 2, 3,
and 4.
4.
So it's now.
And 1, 2, 3. Oh.
Doesn't matter.
3,
You can lose.
4.
Well, you nearly, your step backward were smaller than your step forward. So make very small step forward and make great step back. I want to see what is going to happen when you smash against the sofa.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, good. So now that we've done this one, I want to do another one because it was not really silly. You were very, very self-conscious. You were very, very careful. Yes.
Yeah.
I want you to stand touching the side of the chair with the back of your leg. Yes, the side, that's it. Okay. I want you to make 3 steps forward, open-eyed, and then I want you to make 4 steps back, which means that you're going to collide against the chair. I want to see how you're going to behave when you collide with the chair.
Okay.
Well, let me tell you something before you go. The whole game is to see if your throat is going to go backward relative to your ribs or not. So you better tell yourself that as you go back by pulling the ribs back, and you keep always the throat forward of the ribs. You don't allow the throat to go backward relative to the ribs. Not when you go forward, but even more when you're going to collide with something that is at your back. Okay? Good. When you're ready.
1, 2, 3.
Now 4.
2, 3, 4.
That's great. You see, it's very interesting to see that when you collide, there was no unbalance backward. There was unbalance, but the unbalance was forward. And because you have feet, and your feet are directed forward, we have no problem with forward imbalance. All problems stems from falling backward. And because of the orders, you didn't fall backward. There is something strange when you walk. You press the side of your hands on the thighs. Why? You don't know? Okay.
Yeah.
So the problem is that at the moment your base of the thumb and base of the little finger are going toward each other. Yes, it would be interesting to have the thumb extended and not adducted. You know the difference? Adducted means when the thumb is going toward the little finger. And because you're playing the cello, it's better in resting state that you expand the palm. The muscles are more reactive. The muscles are getting more nutrients. The physiology is much better when you expand rather than when you contract. Yes. So when you walk, the idea is to walk with the back of the hands forward. You know, so that I could say it in a different way. I want the line, base of the thumb, base little finger, to be parallel to your ribs. Yes, base of the thumb, base of little finger, parallel to your ribs. And you don't need to make so much tension in your arms. You want just to let them fall. Remember, we are after a line. We want your line, your shoulder line. We want your shoulder line to fall. There are two things about the shoulder line. First of all, it's clear that if the throat goes down, the shoulder line is going to be, well, more square. So we need the throat to go up. But at the same time, we need the tip of the elbow to go away from the throat so that your line goes down. And because your arms are so forward now, you need to find a way to have the upper part of the arm go away from one another. Yes, so that they are falling. That's it. That's much better. You're looking so much taller now. Yes? Okay. Good. That's 60 minutes.
All right.
Okay? All right? I really encourage you to watch this video. Yes? And so, be careful, Matthew, be careful of having... Let the upper part of the arm drop. Yes, let them drop. You want more and more elasticity in the arms. To play, for example, you need elasticity. So practice the elasticity when you're standing, when you're walking, when you're sitting, and you think, okay, do I get elasticity by shortening the muscle of the neck? No. The muscle of the neck, they span from the shoulders to the ear. So you need to expand. Yes, expand. That's much better. Yeah. Great. So,
Okay.
have a good day.